Imagine yourself sitting in front of a dimly lit filing cabinet in Berlin. Stacks of paper files, crumpled appointment slips, flashing electronic queue numbers, and the slow, tedious sound of a 20th century fax machine churning out documents. This is the administrative face of Europe's largest economy. Germany craves hundreds of thousands of skilled immigrant workers each year to sustain its massive industrial machine. But the harsh reality is, its talent retention system is exhausting even the brightest minds. With 26% of immigrants preparing to leave, this can no longer be considered merely paperwork. It's a collapse of trust. Can a nation desperate for talent retain its best minds through such slow administrative processes? And before delving deeper into this story, please note that the entire video content is compiled from statistical data, economic reports, and reputable news sources. However, with a complex topic like Germany's population, migration, and taxation, differing perspectives are bound to exist. Therefore, if you find any points that need clarification or addition, please leave a comment below so we can incorporate them and update the information promptly. For decades, Germany rose to become Europe's leading industrial power, not just because of its machinery. They triumphed on an invisible but incredibly solid promise of stability. Consider a German car assembly line. It once represented discipline, a perfect welfare system, free education, and a secure future for anyone willing to contribute. That certainty turned Germany into a giant magnet, drawing in the labor force from Central and Eastern Europe and attracting talent from all over the world. People came to Germany not for the glamour, but for a secure living environment, where a stable job meant a life without upheaval. But we must remember, a nation is not great simply because it retained its people in the past, but because it continues to attract them. If that promise of stability no longer holds the same appeal for the younger generation, how long will that old strength last before cracks begin to appear? The harsh reality is that the German economic engine has long been running out of fuel. Since 1972, Germany has consistently seen more deaths than births. Data from Destatis reveals a deep demographic gap. In 2024, Germany had only 677,117 births, but 1,007,758 deaths, creating a natural deficit of over 330,000. Germany's population hasn't collapsed immediately, primarily thanks to immigration. But this compensatory model only works if immigrants stay, work, and pay taxes long-term. Look at the population pyramid. The aging segment is expanding, while the younger segment is thinning. As the number of retirees grows faster than the number of working people, immense pressure will crush the pension, healthcare, and elderly care systems. The problem isn't that Germany is underpopulated on paper, but rather that it lacks a young workforce to power its economy. We're beginning to see that the issue isn't just a year of crisis, but a structure that's aged far too long. If the number of retirees continues to outpace the number entering the labor market, who will keep the German machine running? To fill its enormous demographic gap, Germany is forced to cling to its only lifeline: immigrant labor. The economy needs them to maintain its healthcare system, elderly care, technology, construction, and keep factories running. But the crucial question now is not just whether Germany can attract people, but whether it can keep them. According to the IAB Institute for Employment Research, in the IMPA survey, while 57% of immigrants want to stay long-term, another alarming figure has emerged. 26% have seriously considered leaving in the past 12 months alone. Even more alarming, around 300,000 have concrete plans to leave. Look at the blue card. It used to be a privilege, an invitation to stay. But for some, it's now just a temporary stop. Highly skilled immigrants come to Germany to study, work, and gain experience, only to eventually move to Switzerland, the United States, the Netherlands, the UAE, or return to their home countries. This is no longer a crisis of influx, but a crisis of retention. We shouldn't ask why they come, but why they no longer want to stay. When the demographic lifeline begins to deflate, what resources will Germany use to swim? The biggest shift in the crisis isn't just immigration. It's a sign of profound distrust as German citizens themselves are leaving. According to data from Destatis, in 2024, only 189,107 German citizens returned to the country, while 269,986 left, resulting in a net negative migration of nearly 81,000. Data for 2025 continues to show this downward trend. Consider the German passport, one of the most powerful documents in the world, now sitting idle next to a departing suitcase. If those leaving are young, highly skilled workers capable of contributing significantly to the economy, the impact will be far more devastating than a simple population decline. We cannot call this normal migration if those leaving are the very workforce the system needs for the future. If even those holding German passports look beyond the borders for a future, what does that say about the promise within Germany itself? For years, the German economy benefited greatly from the influx of labor from Central and Eastern Europe. But as the economic gap narrows, the decision to stay in Germany is no longer a given. The IAB notes that those intending to leave are not only targeting the US or Switzerland, but a large proportion are heading straight back to their home countries such as Poland, Romania, or Turkey. Look at the map. The arrows that once pointed toward Berlin are now turning in the opposite direction. As home countries improve opportunities, income, and business environments, workers face a practical dilemma. Where can they keep their money, live more easily, have fewer bureaucracies, and a clearer future? Germany is now competing not only with superpowers, but also with the very countries of its immigrants. We are seeing a different Europe, where the workforce is no longer automatically drawn to Germany. When places that once lost workers are starting to call them back, how long can Germany rely on its old appeal? The departure of the elite is not simply a story of migration. It's the result of a cold, personal economic calculation. Germany possesses a massive welfare system, but the cost of maintaining it weighs heavily on the workforce. For young people, what matters isn't the nominal salary on their contract, but the actual net income remaining after taxes, social security, and living expenses. The OECD points out that Germany is among the world's highest-paying countries in terms of taxes and social contributions, with a tax wedge that can reach 49.3% for single workers. Look at a payslip. The first number might look good, but the final number determines the feeling of the future. Add in the exorbitant rents in Berlin or Munich, and the reality of working tirelessly but struggling to accumulate wealth becomes clear. That's why talented individuals are starting to compare Germany with Switzerland, the US, the UAE, or even their own developing home countries. We shouldn't see this as selfishness. It's a survival calculation for a generation. If they work hard, but their share of the profits dwindles, will young people be loyal to their country or to their own future? The story doesn't end at the payroll. It touches a deeper level, a system being bent. Germany's welfare model is built on a strict intergenerational contract, where those working today must contribute to support those in retirement. But vital data from Destatis indicates this demographic pressure is not a short-term phenomenon. As the number of retirees soars, while the younger workforce is scarce or constantly leaving, the entire structure of pensions, healthcare, and long-term care is under immense strain. Consider these two images. On one side, a brightly lit nursing home. On the other, a train carrying people to work in the early morning. For young people, the obsession isn't just about how much money is deducted today, but the harsh question, will the system repay them proportionally later? This is a cruel generational conflict, where the system that once provided peace of mind for parents is now a burden for their children. We are facing a difficult question. How should intergenerational equity be measured? Can a welfare system be sustainable if the generation that feeds it begins to leave it? When brain drains across borders, the damage doesn't stop at airport security or immigration appointment slips. It strikes directly at the lifeblood of the real economy. When Germany fails to retain skilled workers, the price is immediately apparent within car factories, hospitals, technology companies, and the energy sector. The DIHK Human Resources Report 2025/2026, based on a survey of nearly 22,000 businesses, exposed a harsh reality. Around 36% of companies admitted they couldn't fill vacancies due to a lack of suitable personnel. More seriously, over 40% of small and medium-sized enterprises, the backbone of the economy, are facing recruitment bottlenecks. Without a skilled workforce, all efforts at digitalization, infrastructure, and research stall. The European Commission forecasts Germany's real GDP will only increase slightly by 0.6% in 2026 and 0.9% in 2027, highlighting that an aging population is draining the workforce. Businesses desperate for employees are forced to slow investment, delay orders, and reluctantly relocate operations outside the country. Consider a production line. The absence of core technicians can significantly slow down the entire operation. We are beginning to see migration not just as a border issue, but as a wound at the very heart of industry. How long can a proud industry maintain its leading position if the most crucial positions remain vacant? Germany won't lose its future overnight. But the old industrial and welfare model is no longer self-sustaining. An aging population is driving up pension and healthcare costs. Germany craves young people and immigrant workers to fill that gap. Yet the cycle is tightening. A large proportion of immigrants are considering leaving. German citizens are consistently recording negative net emigration, and businesses are struggling with labor shortages. Weak growth coupled with a heavy tax burden is making the cycle of retaining people more intractable than ever. Look at the old video fax machine. It's not just an old device, but a symbol of a system lagging far behind the departing population. Can Germany digitize immigration procedures faster, ease housing pressure, and turn attracting people into retaining them? Can they reform the pension system to restore generational confidence? We shouldn't ask if Germany is still strong. The deeper question is Germany still attractive enough for talented people to want to stay? If a country cannot retain the people who will shape its future, what will that future be built on? If you find this analysis valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next investigative journey. All video content is based on actual economic reports for academic reference only and does not constitute financial investment advice or a political attack on any organization.